Changli is getting buffed before she comes out in about 4 days. We got from the CN test server a couple changes that they are making to the game for this next update. And this is going to be absolutely hype as hell. Let's go over the 2 buffs Changli got, as well as some buffs that the game is getting. First off, we are getting her ultimate cost reduced from 150 to 125. And the weapon's buff duration from 10 seconds to 12 seconds. This does 2 things. A, makes her weapon that much better versus the Emerald of Genesis, which apparently was so good on her that her weapon was like not worth pulling for a while. They keep buffing her weapon for this. Having the ult cost go down means you do not need Emerald of Genesis's energy regen rate, and you prefer her signature weapon's attack percent that you get out of the passive. Also, she needs less energy regen anyways, which just means she's going to have a more consistent rotation, and you could allocate those substats for more attack substats. Her weapon getting the 2-second boost. Most people would like it to be at 15 seconds, not 12, but 12 is still better than 10, and 10 was tight. If you had to dodge it all, her optimal rotation, you'd pretty much lose it. You'd lose the buff from the sword. At 12 seconds, you can dodge a couple times, have to move around a little bit, and still be able to get it comfortably enough, right? So that's a very good change for the comfortability of the weapon. Some of the other changes that are going on as well in this big old wall of text, we're going to be getting 120 frames per second, a wave plate storage system of sorts, multiple enemy detection system. I do not know what this exactly means. New exploration tools. Don't know exactly what this is going to be about either. Optimization for mobile interface and system, and some other ones. This 120 FPS change is speculated to be based on the new DLSS 3.0 coming into the game for RTX 40 series graphics cards. So most of us are probably not going to get to play at 120 FPS, but for those of us who can, it's going to be a nice little change. Yes. Waveplate storage, huge. Not for me because I play every day, but huge for everybody else, right? Waveplate storage, if they do it the same as Honkai Star Rail, that is going to be actually absolutely amazing for players who maybe can't get to it for a week. Maybe they go on vacation or something. You never know, right? It's going to be a very nice quality of life change. Multiple enemy detection system. I can only imagine that is like being able to farm mobs across the overworld easier, right? So it like shows all of them on the overworld, and you just walk around and kill them. Or maybe you can detect multiple at once, so you can do pathing without having to Google it. I'm assuming that that's what this is going to be. Actually, it's going to be, you can search for all the 3-cost enemies that you need to farm for a certain element, or 1 cost or whatever, and they're all going to populate the map. I'm assuming is what it's going to be. This is probably going to be in tandem with the like the map websites that they do, the interactive maps, right? Probably in tandem with that. New exploration tools. I have heard of this actually on second thought. For Changli's quest as part of 1.1, it's going to be Act 7.5 probably. Maybe they call it Act 8. I'm not sure. Act 7.5, Act 8, whatever. Changli's quest line, the part of the story for her, we are getting a new ability in the overworld. I believe it is specific to the location. I do not remember exactly what it does off the top of my head. I do remember though having the feeling of, if this is available in the entire overworld, exploration's broken completely, right? Something about the effect that it has breaks the game if it's able to be external from where it is meant to be used. So we will see what happens with that. I'm assuming though it's going to be exclusive to that location. Optimization for mobile, that's always good. Interface, that's always good. And system, that is always good. And etc. etc. I am assuming is just like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 are specifying each of these things. Yeah, so we get 1 is probably like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, like some change. So that's probably most of the changes that are going to be into here. I have not seen a translated version yet. I tried to look. I have not seen one. And I don't know how to make my computer do it. Unfortunately, I need to learn because there's a lot of stuff in Chinese. I might as well just learn Chinese at this point. Another thing that has been coming up, this being a small thing to end the video pretty much because we got the Changli buffs. Changli buffs are very nice. Another thing that people have been labbing for Changli is a 44111 set with Jue as the boss piece. This is something I wanted to do for Danjin, but then because of how they changed it, it did not work for Danjin anymore. 221 with Jue for fusion and attack set. You get 10% fusion, 10% attack, and 16% skill damage bonus from Jue on the 44111 set, which brings it very close in damage to 43311 without needing to deal with Inferno transformation, so you get a shorter rotation. This being only really useful if you have her signature for that 56% damage bonus for the skill to dilute the fusion damage % loss. So for those of you who have her main weapon as well as a good Jue piece for Yujinshi or just in general, you could run a Jue piece as a boss piece and do 44111. This way, as they said, instead of transforming into Inferno Rider, you get skill damage bonus and the dragon just goes blah, 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 and then also does some of that burn damage over time. So you're getting a little bit of Spectro damage, not a lot. It really doesn't matter. That damage doesn't really matter. But you are getting the skill damage bonus from using Jue, which happens instantaneously. 10% attack, 10% fusion, as well as just a shorter rotation. Shorter rotation possibly being good for the fact that now we are at 12-second duration on her weapon. So it could be actually, it could enable us some more rotation options, right? Overall, would I recommend somebody to do this? Probably not, honestly. Like, if you really just have the most broken Jue piece ever on your Jinshi and you're getting Changli, it could be good. I would not recommend anybody doing it, though, because, honestly, it's, like, kind of scuffed. It's kind of scuffed. You still are, with a properly built 43311 build and a properly built 44111 build with the Jue boss piece, the 43311 is still going to deal more damage. It just, with Jue, it closes the gap, right? It brings it close. But bringing it close at minimum investment, which is how most calculations are, like Pridewin is as well, does not do jack shit when you have a lot of really good substats. So I would still stick to 43301, but I just felt that that was something I should bring up browsing the r/Changli main subreddit. So that's going to be it for today's video. I am super excited for Changli. She comes out in like 4 days from this video getting posted. The amount of content I'm going to make for her is going to be insane. I'm so hyped. I cannot wait to show you guys all that I have to bring to the table. If you want to watch these live, twitch.tv/Cashy Swanson. I'll see you guys in the next video.